Welcome to Mr. Community. I am your host, your cousin, Reggie Reg, and I am joined by a great sister, if I might say. You know her, the majority of you may know her from a great TV show that came out of Detroit just a short time ago called The Preachers of Detroit. You remember that show, right? And she was the darling young sister, spiritual sister, a child of God who I put it like this. There was another individual. I won't say her name. Bless her heart. She was I think a bishop, and she talked about the power of a woman, and it's a beautiful thing, the power of a woman. But I kind of got thrown off by her presence on the show because I didn't see the man. It was like absence of a man, a woman doing her thing. So I got kind of confused. But this sister that's here with me today, Miss Bonita Shelby, was on the show, and she was like the true sister who understands that a woman does have the power. She's a man's equal. We're one and the same. You have your job, I have my job, but at the same time, a sister can be independent and do her own thing. But the way you said it on that show, I really appreciate it because I really received it so well. Mm-hmm. Welcome to the program, Miss Bonita Shelby.
Thank you, Reggie Reg. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, finally got you down here.
I know.
Yeah, and we missed the show. So you guys did, what was it, 2 seasons?
Actually, we did one season.
Did one season. I thought it was 2. Yeah, well, I saw so many times. I thought it was 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a great show, and I'm hoping you guys will put something like that together again. That was fun.
We'll see what happens. We're contracted for 4 years, so we'll see what happens.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's other great things that you're doing. First, let's talk about your children.
Right.
The Shelby Five.
Shelby Five.
A very popular group with inspirational gospel music. Right. But how are they doing now? What's going on with them?
They're doing great. As a matter of fact, they're in L.A. right now. They've got signed to Rodney Jerkins' Lifestyle.
Oh, Rodney Jerkins, Dog Child.
Yeah,
really? Whoa,
they're working
I love
it
Dog
out.
Child.
They're working every day,
Good,
working hard.
good.
So their album is supposed to drop. The single's dropping in October. So stay tuned. They're doing big things.
Yeah, and
big
what do you
things.
think about that sound? The sound of the Christian music. Well, you call it Christian music, gospel, inspirational music, and young people doing their things. You got Christian rap artists. You got Christian opera and all kind of different things that come into the fold of inspirational music.
Right.
I think it's beautiful. Isn't it a wonderful thing?
It is. And the very fact that we're getting the gospel out through whatever means necessary that God sees. We understand that there are different personalities and people, but getting the word out, that's the important thing, and keeping the message clear. Mm-hmm. Keeping the message clear because the foundation remains.
Real quick, what do you think about it's just a terminology when you say gospel music as opposed to inspirational music? I myself went to Oral Roberts University in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Okay.
My neighbor, Reverend Jim Holly, had made it easy for me to go to that great Christian school, the television evangelist at that time, Oral Roberts. I had a chance to meet him and his son, Richard. And when I got to the radio station, KORU, they were playing like the Amy Grants and the different Christian music. I came there with playing some, the Winans and Commission. And they was like, what's that? I was like, that's gospel music. But now the term is inspirational. Does it really make a difference the way you term it? Or, I mean...
Well, you know what? Music is powerful in itself. The message in the music, I think that's the thing that we need to concentrate on. And now God is bringing people together from all facets. We see CCM and gospel, and I believe that the time is coming where He's merging all of that together so that we can begin to really feel the message in the music and reach people that ordinarily wouldn't be reached, So I believe that that's where we're at now with music. God's meshing the two together.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about the secular, the rap music?
Well, I want to say this. I personally don't listen. I listen to gospel and CCM and that, but to each his own. I believe that we have to keep the foundation there. And in Christianity, we look at things from a perspective of the message in the music. So I think that the message in music, and that's a very touchy subject with people, there are some inspirational songs out there. But I want to say that I choose, I listen to the gospel, the Winans, that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Well, Mary J, she wasn't out there talking about popping pills and stuff. And the Mary J. Blige, I think, was pretty, especially when she went through her little change and leaving a situation when she was young in relationships and then moving up and giving women a great something to stand on and believing in themselves. So Mary J. Blige, I think, was a great artist in, if you want to call it the secular music phase, that I can actually appreciate because she wasn't way out there. She was like kind of still holding on to that inspiration because she was always giving, great message music to women. Do you know Mary J. Blige?
No, not personally. No.
I mean, do you know who I'm talking? You know her?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of her.
Okay, so let's talk about your book. Why Have It All? Right there, and you pick it up.
Why not have it?
Why not?
All?
Yeah, you hit the knot. Why not have it all? Right.
Yeah, that's
what's up with that?
Well, you know what? This is an inspirational book. It was written from 10 years of journaling, and I might add that my husband, Bishop Don W. Shelby, I absolutely love him.
Junior, yeah.
He encouraged me to go ahead and just put all these little snippets, pieces of paper that I had started journaling when my children were small. I put all that together, and the Lord gave me the push to go ahead and get this book out here. And the show was a great, a great push boost for me too, because through being on the show, it really opened my eyes to to how society is now thinking and where women are, and that people feel that if you're a submissive wife, if you love your family, if you have things in the correct order, which in my terms is God's order, that you're this homemade, mamsy-pamsy, Aunt Jemima type of person that has no goals and no dreams. But it's just opposite of that. I believe that when you have things in order, when you have that balance that's necessary, that you can have it all. Just because you're a mother, I have 5 babies. So I understand when people look down on women because they having all them kids. My husband and I, we cherish family, and that was our reason for going on the show, because we wanted to show that you got a strong black man that loves his family. He's doing ministry. He's successful at ministry. His family is all on board. My children are at church every Sunday morning, beating me to church, loving God. They're grown now, 28 to 19, and they're still driving their cars to church. That means a whole lot to me, because when they get their own keys and their own mind and they grow up, they can go wherever they want. But to see my children stable, it meant that we stabilized our home. So the Lord said, go ahead, put this in a book, because the world needs to see and know that you can be a mother, you could be a great wife, you could be a great mother, you can be a businesswoman, you can have it all, and you don't have to sacrifice one thing for the other. And my husband, he inspired this book because we were at church one day, and he is a prince of preachers. He preached this message, you can have this and that. So when he said that, I said, there's my book. Why not have it all? I can have this and I can have that. I don't have to make a choice because I'm God's child. I can have everything. I can be whatever God has a purpose for me to be and fulfill my destiny.
Amen.
So on the show, I was looking kind of weak back at 1 minute, especially when I mentioned that word submission. And what we got to understand,
that's when,
submission is not a bad word.
No, some people, when you hear it, and ignorance is you just lack of knowledge. You don't really know what it means.
Right.
When people hear that terminology to submit, they think, oh, be a slave.
Exactly.
That's not what that
That's
means.
not
Submit,
what it means.
It's just to be in a
You
respectful
prefer one
mode.
another. Right.
All it means is just to be in a respectful mode. God made man and woman. He didn't
There
make
you
all
go.
women. He didn't make all men.
That's
He made
right.
man and woman in order to come together as one, the two of them, in His name.
Right.
And in that respect, it's just an order of things.
That's
so
right.
the wife submits to her husband
Right.
in God's name. So really
That's
what she's
it.
doing is submitting to God.
Come on.
Via the
and
husband.
What I want to say is this. When you have a good head to follow, you don't have no problem with
There
submission.
you go.
When you got a good man, see, I don't have no problem. Because my
Right.
husband loves
Yes.
me. He cherishes me. I do the
Yes.
same. I honor him. I love him. So you can follow somebody that got a good head on their shoulder. And that's what I talk about. It's hard to follow a headless man.
Yes.
A man that don't have his head in order. And God is the head of the man.
There you go.
And a man that really loves God, he going to love his wife.
Right.
Just as Christ,
That's
God
right.
loved the
That's
church
right.
that he gave his only son
There you go.
for us. So,
And the problem it comes when what you just said, that the head is wrong, and the
That's
head is
it.
not following the God.
That's
And the
it.
head is following something else,
And
like
it's out of
man or
order.
images or whatever. So it's then out of order, and then you expect your woman or wife to submit to you. That no,
That's hard.
That's wrong.
Right.
Therein lies
That's
the
right.
problem.
That's right. So see, I don't have no problems. So see, I'm a happily married.
Yes.
Lady. I got a.
We got to read that
wonderful
book.
husband.
I got to read that book.
And you know what? This book is for men too. I
Yes.
want to say it. This
Hey,
is my
I'm-
pictures on it.
I'm
Don't
about to
y'all
read
think
it.
that this is
I'm
just
about to
for
take her
women.
book and I'm
And
reading
this
it.
is your copy. This your copy.
I'm about to
Reggie.
take that book
This
and I'm
your
reading
copy.
it. All right.
That's your copy. I brought it with me. I brought it
This
with
is
me.
my
There
book.
it is.
This
That's
is my
your
book.
That's right. And if you have a problem with that picture on the cover making it look feminine and hot pink, just put a book cover on
That's
it.
all right.
Just put a book cover on it.
I'm gonna ask you one thing, and we're gonna let this go. What are your thoughts about women who, when you first look at them, they kind of look like me, and they say to me, "What you trying to talk to me for? We want the same thing." What do you say about that particular group of women?
Well, I want to say this, that God, my husband has a saying that all saints have a past and all sinners have a future. And I'm not labeling anyone as anything. When I look at those women as someone that has a future. Mm-hmm. And once they're in the knowledge, everybody has their own journey in life. Everybody goes through what they go through in life. And we're not here to necessarily judge people, but show them a better way. And that's been our mantra down through the years, is that we want to show people a better way. Women that feel a certain way. We all have certain feelings, and we all have a past that we've had to come through. Mm-hmm. But I want to say this, that I have no problem with anyone, but I want to show them a better way.
That's right.
And I want to give them Christ, which would say, you know what? This is who God made you to be. And that's what my book is about, too. Appreciating, embracing your femininity. Yes. Not trying to be anybody but who God has called you to be. And that's where I'm at in my life. And I would say that would be the foundation for anybody that would be walking their destiny down. And that is to be what God wants you to be and what he's called us to be. And when we take it back to the word, it tells us, it gives us the epitome of a woman. And when we read that word and we take it to heart, that Proverbs 31 woman, that says a whole lot about femininity and embracing femininity. I don't desire anything but to be who God has made me. And when we all do that and we get in our proper place and we use that thing called balance and we balance it all out, and we embrace who God has made us, we love who we are, then we don't want to be anybody else.
Yes. And lastly, Miss Bonita Shelby, our job is to love one another and not to judge. Am I correct that it's God is the judge? If there's a judge, God is the judge. We are here in this life on this earth to love one another. We go through things, we're human. Like you say, we all experience a little something or other. We usually come out and up from it and do better. But I believe that we should learn more about our job here on this earth, and that's to love each other, not to judge or put people down. It's to love.
And the only way that we can help others is to go where they are and pick them up. And that's the whole picture of the life of Christ. When he was on this earth, he was dealing with people that nobody else would deal with. And at our church, Burning Bush International Ministries, we want everybody to come in.
Yeah.
We want them all. We're not judging. We want you to come in and hear that word and let the word do the judging. Let the word do the work.
Yeah. No matter how you look, what you believe, or how you stand, or what you got on. And you guys are in Ypsilanti.
Actually, we're in both. We're in Ypsilanti, but we just launched a brand new ministry, which is 2 months old, in Westland. So we're in Wayne County, Westland, 30355 Annapolis Road, and we're there, and we are seeing growth.
Loving it.
People are coming in. We're going out in the streets. We're compelling men to come. We're gonna change some lives. We're gonna teach people that they can have it all.
Blessings to you and your husband, your entire congregation, your family, everybody. And Miss Bonita Shelby, how can we get the book? I got mine, so
you got
how
yours.
Can they get their book?
Yeah, they can go to any of the major media outlets. Amazon, it's on Amazon, it's on Friesen Press, and it's also on my website, BonitaAndreaShelby.com. So I'm going to be doing a major book signing. I haven't even done that yet. I've kind of just been traveling a little bit with this book, and it's doing well.
Definitely let us know when
you're
doing
But I'll be doing a major book signing in November.
Let us know, please. Bonita
Thank you.
Shelby, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And bring that show back. We need it. I loved it.
All right. You wanted to come back? You better write Oxygen.
Right. I'm going to write Oxygen. Well, love you. Thank you for stopping by. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Miss Bonita Shelby with Reggie Reg. This has been Mr. Community. God bless.